The Ravens Flock presents The Black Files, an uncensored interview and review podcast for all geek fandom.
Welcome everybody, friends and pals, guys and gals, boys and girls around the world. Pop a squat, pop open a cold one with all of your friends. And I just spilled on myself a little. That's how excited this week is. It is Wednesday night, a couple of hairs past 10 p.m., and you've been granted access to the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock. So whether you're a friend or you're a fiend, boy, girl, or in between, you are tuned in to a brand new episode of The Black Files.
Oh, yeah! That's right, folks. Happy to be here on Wednesday on June 12th, just in the middle of Pride Month. And I hope you guys are all having a wonderful time. And tonight's going to be a little bit. It's going to be less strenuous than the normal topics we talk about. Okay, we're not talking about big pieces of shit who were committing crimes against humanity.
We're just talking about big pieces of shit trying to commit crimes against your wallet instead. Well, you know, the classics.
Yeah, no, of course. I mean, come on, who can forget that? And at the end of the day, that's really the biggest crime of them all. It's the bloody corpos again. Still, as if there's.
Wake the fuck up, samurai. We have a city to burn.
Welcome, everybody, to the Black Files. I am Juan Arouse, one of the heads of the Ravens flock, the tech guru of the team. I'm the dude who was so racked up last week. Actually, I already explained why I didn't have an episode of the Black Files last week. I was, do yourselves a favor. Take good care of your teeth. Don't be like me. The moment you see a wisdom tooth, don't even take the chance. Just get that shit taken out. Get it removed. Excise it from your being. Cast it away into the nether regions of whatever hell they came from, because whose idea was it for there to be an extra molar whose sole purpose in life is to make your life a living hell by giving you a direct nerve ending going straight up the freaking along the temple of your skull up into your brain, making you want to take a power drill and bore the damn thing out, a la William Stryker's dead wife in X-Men 2. That's an obscure fact. Go ahead and look it up. I remember that shit from the movie. It was a gross visual to talk about. And of course,
well, it's funny you mentioned that, my man.
Evolution. It's too easy to do that, Juan. Everyone must be in pain.
All I can imagine right now is just calling to heaven with God voiced by Wilbur Gottfried, like in Inspiring Friends. And Dayan told him that I would make a tooth that would cause nothing but incredible pain. It was the funniest shit I ever made.
No, worse. No, worse. It wouldn't be Gilbert Gottfried voicing God. It would be Gilbert Gottfried voicing God, and he would be actually saying, like, wait, but Heavenly Father, this was really your idea? Actually, to be perfectly honest, I lost a bet to Lucifer. And, we flipped a coin, and he got it right. It was my coin, so I knew he didn't cheat, and I wouldn't cheat. So, fair's fair. Humanity has wisdom teeth. That's what you guys get for trying to eat those apples! Nice suffering, suckers! God almighty.
Oh my God.
And joining me tonight are the usual suspects. First off, let's go ahead and say hello to the lovely ladies, the femme fatales of the Ravens flock. Say hello to Dragon Fan Cosplay and Zayana Rose Cosplay, folks. Why are they... There I am.
They died.
Where are the girls? No, they didn't die.
They also got wisdom teeth.
Now we hear you.
Did you hear us? Oh, okay, we literally just said hi.
Yeah.
Rude.
So rude. I don't understand why it didn't hear you.
Get rid of her voice. I want to silence her.
They're trying to silence us.
We will
the
not
man doesn't want you to speak the truth, man.
This is not Silence of the Lambs, dang it.
Exactly. No, there would be a lot more. There would be a lot more 90s coded homophobia, and there would be a lot more Anthony Hopkins being fucking brilliant in close-up shots that make you completely uneasy. Also,
we used to be a real country.
Also, guys, happy Pride.
Yes, happy Pride to us all. And happy mental health awareness month. I've got brain juice problems. Don't be shy to talk about your brain juice problems, gentlemen. Speaking of which, a gentleman who has a lot of brain juice problems, say hello to the host of Los Amigos Play, the man with a million opinions and zero apologies, the living head of the Ravens flock. Give it up for Mr. Angel Mendez.
Hello, everyone. Thank you for the warm welcome. As usual, my apologies for being unavailable the last week or so. A lot of interesting travel was done. A lot of not so interesting parties were had. But I am happy to return. And I must say, Mr. Arouse, I am insulted that you would presume that I have brain juice problems. I will have you know that on the way to Georgia, I liquefied all of my brain, leaving only a chunk of it that is the id. The rest of it is just amniotic red fluid where my brain bounces around like a walnut inside a giant bag of, oh yeah, juice.
Have you forgotten?
I have brain maxed.
Have you forgotten, Angel, have you forgotten, Angel, that remaining parts of the brain actually do come up with limbic compensation in order to be able to function? You can chuck out as much of your brain as possible, but I know that with your psychotic giant brain, you're going. And I mean this from the bottom of my heart, you're going to be a functioning human being who's going to have brain juice problems no matter how much or how little brain mass you've got. That's the beauty of the human brain. There's no way to fucking end it unless you completely liquefy all of it and burn it away.
Well, that's because you don't understand the beauty of pure ignorance. If I liquefy enough of my brain, I can keep functioning as long as my body doesn't know what I did to myself. Don't worry about it. Anyway, thank you guys for joining us on the show. I hope that you enjoy watching it as much as we enjoy making it for you.
And we appreciate you there, Angel. Thank fucking God you're taking this in stride. And of course, let's not forget the main man himself, the founder of the Ravens Flock, executive producer and content manager of our channel, the host of our flagship show, which is live every Saturday night at 7:30 p.m. Eastern, and the host of Wrestle Rewind, which is live every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern. Give it up for the big bald bastard himself, Mr. Jose Casabona!
Well, thank you very much for that wonderful introduction, Juancho. Happy to be here with all of my homies that are joining on the Black Files and everybody that's tuning in right now tonight. And I hope you guys are having a wonderful time at home. I hope your AC's all the way down so that you can so that you're not suffering from the heat wave, no matter what part of the nation you're living in right now.
Exactly.
Or, Florida.
Yeah, no, especially over here. Apparently, we've got a state of emergency going on. Apparently, we're on flood watch.
Yeah.
Some rain.
Well, the forces of nature decided, Florida's getting a little too hot and dry. Let's water it up just a little bit.
Just a little bit, they say, as half of the stage goes under the ocean.
Wonderful!
Please. It's nothing that we haven't sustained before, Angel.
Fair enough.
Man, you haven't lived in Florida long enough.
Bro, I've been here for almost a decade. How long is long enough?
He has been here for almost a decade. It's true.
Man,
long is long enough.
Okay, I'm going to stop.
Joe looks at me, his beard gray, his eyes filled with a century's worth of war. You will know when it's long enough.
But anyway, Juancho, why don't I go ahead and take over right now and just for a couple of minutes, just to give you some time to get for you to drink something. I don't know. Anyways,
yeah, please.
So, much like all our other shows, folks, we are simulcasting on both YouTube and Kick. Hit the follow button on the bottom right corner of your screen. Click the bell icon to enable notifications. Leave your questions and comments below. We'll answer in as many as we can. And if you wish to go above and beyond to support the Ravens Flock, then you can become an inner flocker. For $4.99 a month, you'll have access to all the perks that comes with our membership. Juan, tell them.
Well, for all the inner flockers we got in our chat, and I know we have plenty, go ahead and show off those lovely membership badges and custom emojis, letting everybody know that you've stepped up to help rescue the Ravens Flock from the clutches of late-stage capitalism. Since 2013, we've been working hard and staying strong to make your voice our mission, but the only thing that's really been standing in our way is having to maintain 9-to-5 jobs in order to maintain not being dead on the streets. That's what I mean by late-stage capitalism. It's a freaking nightmare. It's a freaking nightmare. Why is there an echo here? Is there an echo?
Why is there an echo?
Wait, it's AI Angel's fault.
No, I didn't. I genuinely didn't do anything.
It's your fault.
It is your fault. It's your
The
fault.
hell is my... Excuse you. Stop accusing me of all your problems.
Hey, come on, guys. Let's not pile on Angel. This is not pile on Angel episode.
It's AI Angel.
We're blaming AI Angel.
For now.
I think that joke needs to go.
Oh no, that joke is going to AI Angel.
There is no joke. Send it to hostess.
See?
Folks, you'll also receive
With your help, with your help, we can and will be able to break out and be able to work for ourselves and for you. Thank you, Jose. And you can go ahead and continue the rest of it, Jose, if you want.
Oh no, I was going to say you also have access to members first, members only content, a special link, a special discount to our merch store, and the link will be in the description below. And of course, you'll have access to us, the Ravens Flock, your favorite motley crew of nerds, here to make your voice our mission by giving us your ideas and your thoughts to help us with our needs.
No, to help us better shape the future of this channel, Jose.
Oh yeah, to help shape the better future. I was trying to remember. The thing is, when you say stuff, you say it so fast. Like, dude, you're not on a timer.
You know what you'd have to do? What you probably ought to do is listen to one of our shows where I'm doing our spiel and run it back at 3/4 speed.
3/4 speed.
That way, whenever I am going through the opening stuff, you can hear it clearer and you can memorize it better. See? Technology, isn't it a wonderful thing? And
It is. Yep.
I mean, that's nice. Another simple thing is, Juan, you could slow down.
But what about now?
Words.
But what about now?
100 of words per minute.
Seriously. And we've got in the chat, we've got Nikki Bella, Legend of the Traveling TARDIS. Hey up, Legend of the
Hello.
Traveling TARDIS. How's it going? He says, I smell geek and summer glow. Oh my god, I wish I would love to meet Summer Glau. She is hot, and she is an excellent actress. Holy shit. By the way, that's the girl River Tam from Firefly, Serenity.
Well, you know what, Summer Glau is an excellent actress. She's done a lot of projects. She's done Firefly, she's done Serenity. She's also done voice acting. She's been on that one Terminator series that nobody talks about.
That's right. She was the prequel Terminator girl.
Yeah, the Sarah Connor Chronicles. She was cool.
Listen, I'm just saying, if I was John Connor and they send a beautiful female Terminator to protect me, Sarah would have to be a lot less worried about my survival and more worried about the human race actually reproducing afterwards.
Okay, but my point is that Summer Glau has done it all, but it wasn't from lack of trying. She actually put in the time, the work, the effort. She also put in the energy.
Shit! Segue time,
Thank you,
baby.
Jose. Which is why we at the Ravens Flock are proud to continue to be partnered up with Glitch Energy. Glitch Energy keeps us running strong all day long. They help keep me alive and awake today with their skill issue Smart Energy blend. And tonight I'm cooling down with their Glitch Revive hydration formula here. And if you head to glitchenergy.com and use our promo code FlockFuel, you get 20% off of your order over there. Check this. They premiered another freaking flavor this past week.
They're just putting these out like crazy. I'm seeing one every month now.
No, it's like one every other week. It's been insane. They got Focus Serum. It's boysenberry flavored. Brought to us by the video game Project Tower, which is actually partnered up with PlayStation and Yummy Games. Who the hell knows what a boysenberry tastes like? I don't, but if you...
I actually do. It's surprisingly good.
Oh, really? Nice. If
I remember the one that it is, I had those before. They are slightly more sweet and sour than blueberries. They kind of feel almost like blackberries, but slightly more sweet.
Okay, so you're saying that the poison berries actually taste good?
Oh, yeah, boysen berries.
With a B.
B-O-Y.
Okay, I thought you said poison as in P, and I was going to say no, I don't believe Angel. You know why? Because Angel's still alive.
Oh, come on. That would be enough to kill me. The things I have eaten in Cuba. Come on, bro. Have some faith in me.
Seriously, what the hell?
But yes, Juan is correct. On their website, there is a large variety of different blends to choose from their smart energy blends and their hydration line called the Revive. And these guys are putting out new different blends every week now?
No, almost every other week. It's been insane. We still want the neon sugar over here. I know you put it out 2 weeks ago, but I mean, guys, hint, hint, nudge, nudge. Anytime you guys put out a tweet over there on Twitter, it's not X, it's Twitter, over here at Glitch Energy, we'll ask you, and I will link you guys that exact same video of us needing neon sugar over here. For the love of God, I am no longer asking you, send neon sugar now. Their specially formulated Smart Energy blend keeps you running strong and staying awake and alert for all your activities with 0 sugar, 0 carbs, 0 calories, and 0 crash. And the most important part about it all, Angel, I know it's your favorite part of all of this stuff.
Well, of course, my dear friend. The most important aspect of this delicious drink is the fact that it's goddamn delicious. We're not just here to sell you something that tastes good. We're here to sell you something that tastes great. We expound upon its healthy capabilities, the energy, the hydration, the reviving, the necromancy. All of that stuff is good, but that is not important compared to the fact that it doesn't taste like concentrated 2-pack ass. How many times have you exhausted, thirsty, dehydrated, popped open a can of insert random name of energy drink here, put it to your lips, and experience a sensation not unlike Ohama Beach during the days of World War I in your tongue?
You mean Omaha Beach?
Better. No, Ohama is the shitty one. It's the one that happened in Lilo and Stitch. It was 3 times more violent.
Oh my God, that's terrible. Okay. I don't think that's how it works.
It was terrible.
So
no,
again,
it did.
Folks,
that's what happened. Stitch told me in a dream. The point is, it's good for you. Not just because it's healthy, but because it's affordable and it tastes good. If we don't like it, we don't drink it. And more importantly, if we don't like it, we don't sell it to you. So give yourself a chance, give yourself a treat to your taste buds, and give me your goddamn money.
Again, folks, head to glitchenergy.com. Use our promo code FlockFuel, get 20% off your order, and don't delay, get it today, okay, guys? Thank you again to Glitch Energy for partnering with the Ravens Flock. You made a serious mistake throwing in your lot with us.
Now hang on a minute. I know we say that they keep making mistakes, but you know what? Let's give them credit for one thing. At least, you know how in each container of Glitch Energy, like they have like different pieces of art to go with the titles, like, and it's really creative, right?
Yeah.
And it's creative. It's innovative. They don't have to rely on something as cheap or lazy as using AI art.
Well, yeah, obviously. I lose respect from any company that tries to advertise their product with AI art. Nothing good comes from it.
Seriously.
And it's becoming more of a commonplace, too.
Yeah.
Sadly, yes.
It's depressing. It really is. And I truthfully wish that there was a way for us to be able to just nip it all in the bud. Well, there is, and we spoke about it before, but of course tonight we're going to have to talk about the big corpos' love for blasted artificial intelligence in our creative works and our creative livelihoods. Before we do so, though, I do need to say hi to the rest of the chat here. We got Matthew Coburn, Lisa Boo, which, by the way, she's celebrating having been a nigger flocker for 15 months!
Thank you.
Very nice.
Thank you
Very
so
awesome.
much.
Sending love to all you guys. Thank you for all the wonderful streams. 3 purple heart emojis. Thank you for that. And let's see. Kurisi Rando-sama. Mr. Quake is up in the chat. We appreciate you. I think I saw Ben Cruz. Yep. Hey there, Ben Cruz. How you doing, buddy? And The Joseph Santos is in the chat. The Joseph Santos was actually saying, Glitch is so kick-ass, even my divorce can't bring me down. That bitch was boring anyway.
Damn.
Glitch gave me super sperm. All my donor kids go to big universities for free. And we also
Perfect.
have Yanni
The
Rose.
power of Glitch.
We also have Yanni Rose up in the chat. Hey up, Yanni Rose. Welcome to the Black Files. We appreciate you. Now, yeah, we're going to be talking about artificial intelligence tonight, folks. And it's no secret over here. We've been making fun of AI art for like pretty much since people started popularizing it. We've been trying to give everybody and their mother who comes across our channel the most bare bone, I'm a total idiot when it comes to technology. Please, like, just simple words for me version of how these fuckers continue to proliferate technology. All right, so like whenever it comes to technology news or anything like that, we want to make sure that we simplify it and make it as like take all the nerdy shit that I understand and bring it down to like I don't know, quick, show of hands. Which of you guys really hates technology and sucks at it? Help me.
Listen, I can type like 60 words a minute, but if you ask me to actually explain to you how a computer does anything, I will. You know those snakes that pretend to be dead?
Yeah?
Yeah, I'll do just that. My body will seize up. I'll just go, like my body temperature will drop 50 degrees and I'll flop on the ground drooling all over the place. I don't even know what HTML stands for.
Are you asking?
No, don't tell me. I don't need to understand your black arts.
Wancho, what we're trying to say is that, yeah, it's a unanimous, we like technology, but we also don't like technology.
Yeah.
It stands for hypertext markup language. Welcome.
Yeah.
What? Stop
Hypertext
speaking
markup
witchcraft,
language.
woman.
Hypertext markup language.
It's a witch!
All right.
Actually, you know what? If you think about it, the freaking technology of a computer is pretty much witchcraft. Think about it this way, folks.
Yep.
You go to like an 18th century person and tell them.
It's a box.
It is a box.
It's a box that holds everything in it.
It's
Maybe you have to be careful or it will break. You don't want to break it.
You don't want to break it. You have freaking...
If you break it, bad things happen.
And it contains very, very sensitive and tiny little written, etched in pieces of freaking palladium, freaking silicone, bits of gold in there for the transmission of the electrodes. Oh yeah, no, basically we take lightning and we shove it into this box. And then we take the box and we put it over here onto a freaking special magical mirror. but it's a
It's
screen.
a light box.
Yes,
It is a light box.
a second light box, and then another that has letters, a miniature
glass.
slab, and with the combination of what you write,
click.
you can make it do anything. You can make it manage your money. You can make it sell you things. You can use it to create.
Scroll
Art-
endlessly.
Doom scrolling.
You can use it to create beautiful works of digital art. Then they ask you, what is digital art? It's art that isn't physical unless you have another rope that goes into the lightning box, into a box that you put paper in, and the paper has ink in it. You know those giant printing presses that they made only 3 centuries ago? That asshole Guggenheim just was all the rave over? That motherfucker, just took that, and we miniaturized it. And then we print it out, and it's art, and it looks exactly like you made it in the lightning box. They'll call you a witch like Angel did, and they'll hang you, and it'll disembowel you. It's freaking horrifying. This is magic. It's witchcraft of the freaking horribleness of the highest order.
Don't forget the part where we took a bunch of rocks and broke them together and then turned them into metal and then turned that metal into circuits, and we fucking convinced electricity to flow to those circuits in the form of transmitting data. We are literally doing shit that would count as magic anywhere else. So it's just engineering.
It's futuristic magic.
Look into
It's
the
very
magic mirror. I
impressive
see
when you
Lisa
actually
Boo.
look into Yeah, and it's not even like a super advanced computer from NASA or something. All our computers do this. Hell, our phones do this.
Our phones.
It's crazy.
Okay, you want to know what's fucking crazier? The original Super Mario Brothers, or whatever the fuck, the original Nintendo Entertainment System, the freaking cartridge of that, had more data in it, stored in it, than what was used in order to launch the freaking, set up the moon landing. Okay?
Yeah.
That's how
Now,
fucking
obviously,
insane technology is.
The internet is an ocean, and the ocean is filled with fish, and some of the most beautiful fish as the artistic fish. The advent of the internet allowed the advance of art. Using the countless graphic programs that now exist, many an artist, both budding and professional, has basically made their time, their lives, and their career by showing the art. We have been witness to their efforts and their triumphs. And if I go to Google right now, I could find countless pieces of the most beautiful art you can imagine, made by just some dude that picked up a pen and decided to do something great. There is no denying that artists get a bad rep online, but their effort and their hard work is genuine, which is why it hurts all the more now that the AI has become increasingly invasive within that ecosystem, that the fact that not only are so many people taking advantage of their hard work to use it for their benefit, the corpos are jumping on the file and trying to use their hard work for that benefit as well.
Use our hard work. The hard work of the artists. I swear
They
to God.
took their gems!
You tell them over in the 18th century, you let them know, hey, by the way, next century there's going to be this one dude who's born in Russia. Maybe you want to listen to him about breaking down taking back the means of production? Because that's if we don't listen to him, that's what we're gonna lead to in another century after that, and we have corpos taking over all our art.
Juancho,
yes,
you know that's not going to happen because AI art, in the eyes of the corpos, it's cheap, it's easy, fastest way to make money, despite the consequences. Many of the corpos will continue to do it. And what's up?
We couldn't hear you, girls.
Oh, we didn't say anything.
Oh,
okay, sorry.
That was a
That's what I was
weird
saying.
soundbite.
No. Yeah, no. It's cheap, it's easy, it's commonplace. The corpos will continue to expose it and use it for their own financial gains. And tonight, one corpo in question is going to get raked through the coals.
Oh, you damn right it is, and that would be the premier corporation for digital artistry and digital technology for creative arts, and that would be Adobe. If you don't know what Adobe is, also I see, by the way, Five-Sided Macrocephalus over here. We asked, did I dry scope the glitch again? A, I never dry scope my glitch, and B, no, I didn't. So hi there, Vice Center. I appreciate you. The internet is definitely an ocean. As an internet whale, I absolutely agree. See, he agrees with you. And Mr. Quake is saying, oh, by the way, the Gynax thing, I feel sorry for the employees, as I hope that Studio Trigger keeps on growing. So do I. Yeah, that was
likewise.
Yeah, that was this last Saturday night's episode of the Ravens Flock over here, when we sang an ode to Studio Gynax dying a terrible and miserable death, just filing for bankruptcy and being gutted like a fish in the digital ocean.
It's all right.
Okay, so
all the talent that used to make it what it used to be is no longer there. At this point, it's a relief.
Yeah, it's like basically it's like euthanizing. It's like euthanizing your favorite hamster, I guess.
Yeah, you have to die at some point, you know.
Yeah, like you've kept that thing alive for over 30 years. It's time to let it go. So. Here's what we're actually going to be talking about. So, if you don't know Adobe, you guys, like, if you're like an older person, or if you're not a tech savvy person, or if you're dumb like me sometimes when I'm not learned in something yet, Adobe are the guys behind Photoshop. All right, which is the program where you could do digital editing of artwork. They also had Adobe Acrobat, where everyone, if you've read a PDF file or whatever, you see that the PDF file comes with like the logo of it being read, and sometimes it just says PDF. Yeah, and sometimes it just says PDF, but other times it has this fancy looking A as the logo. That's them. They invented that file format. They invented Photoshop. Their Adobe Creative Suite is the current incarnation of their entire workload of like video and image and sound editing, recording, capturing, manipulating, and rendering out. These are the guys these are the top dogs. You know, Adobe is to artists what Windows is to PC users.
They are that important, to the point that much of their work and influence is something that you don't even notice until you realize that it's already in your computer. It is also relatively safe, completely harmless to use, very easy with its interface, and overall, it has pretty much become the go-to for many artists for both good and shitty art. There is a reason 1,000 hours on MS Paint is a well-known meme. Now, this company has enjoyed many years of good reputation. No big controversies, no big issues, no complications, and no one cared. And surely, they would not stain their reputation and throw all the goodwill down the toilet over one ill-informed business decision. Like, would they?
They would, and they did. This isn't really the first stupid decision that they made. About 13 years ago, like, the entirety of the Adobe Creative Suite service had shifted over to a subscription-based service. So you don't own the software. You used to be able to own the software. If you shell out like $3,000, you get a whole suite. No, it's like a whole suite.
Sure.
Of it. And you get After Effects, you get Premiere, you get Photoshop, you get Lightroom, you got all of their programs, and download it all into one thing. You pay it one time, boom, done, right? But now these guys are in a subscription-based format where you can get all of this for a fee, for a monthly fee. They took a look okay, just as an example, the Creative Cloud All Apps. You can start a 14-day trial now, but if you get yourself set up with their monthly fees, you can buy it for $59.99 a month for all of their programs, or you can go to each one individually and subscribe to them for $22.99 a month. Let me just show you the freaking pricing that these guys have, and they set it up like, okay, if you actually, and that's if you have them with the yearly billing of $59.99 a month, where your actual dollar amount is $719.88 per year.
Damn, that's crazy. Anyway, I'm just gonna go over here to this story.
That is like a paycheck right there for like almost half a paycheck.
Yeah, no kidding. Or if you do the actual monthly where you cancel any time and all that, is $89.99 a month. Like the actual monthly is like that.
Wait, how much a month?
Like
no.
Like you wanted to see what's crazy. Like, okay, if you bill it monthly for a 1-year deal, it's $59.99 a month. But if you pay for it up front, billed up front at $659.88 for the year, then your monthly gets calculated down to $54.99 a month. See, you saved money that way.
No.
But then you pay
No.
so
They've been doing this shit since 2011.
So that means that, okay, let me check this. When was Adobe invented?
When was Adobe invented?
Go in a galaxy far, far away.
Adobe Photoshop was invented in 1987. So,
No, and Adobe itself was founded in 1982. December.
Oh, thank you. Earlier. Even earlier than that. So, for about 2 and something decades, this program was just there for everybody to use. And at some point, some greedy shithead in 2011 went, wait a minute! Why aren't we nickel and diming the hell out of these people? And so they did. And nobody was happy about it. And I don't remember exactly what people say, but I remember a lot of chanties being sang that day. Do you remember those? Because I remember a lot of chanties.
Of course.
Lots of chanties.
Who doesn't love a good sea shanty? Yo-ho.
Yeah. Copious amounts of rum was passed all over the place. But I recall that basically the working public took a look at Adobe and said, I'm not paying for that shit, and went on with their business by either pirating the crap out of it or finding different software, because there's only so far you can push the public before they snap.
Now,
and everything just kind of remained the same until recently.
Now, you can make the argument that, like, okay, considering that Adobe would release new versions of their products like every 4 or 5 years or so, like that way you get it in there, and while it's a pain in the ass to have to upgrade and pay for the upgrade and all that jazz, you get more features and you want to stay on top of it. So if you keep yourself just on the subscription model, you get the updates automatically. You get the updates right away. You don't have to wait for it every couple years, and you don't have to keep having to destroy the old format, having wasted the money on the original discs or the original download, and having to buy a new one all over again just to keep up with the Joneses. You can make that. And if that's your bag, then more power to you. Okay, I remember a lot of college friends of mine were horrendously pissed off. Again,
yes, they were. God, dude, we were there. Anthony Locker was there. My man had that look on it. I remember that because that was like the 5th conversation I had with him. He looked like his face was made of stone that day. He wasn't angry because Anthony doesn't get angry.
No, he doesn't.
He was just still. Like, my man turned into a gargoyle for a second.
It was horrifying.
Oh, man.
And now, yeah, I still had a floppy disk, says Mr. Quake.
Oh my God, floppy disks. They belong in a museum.
The sacred scripts!
Right? Oh my God. Okay, so, lo and be freaking hold. It looks like Adobe has decided, you know what? We're in 2024. Corporate greed is the name of the game. Let's go ahead and update our terms of service here so that we can include the almighty new AI algorithms that everyone's all happy and hopping and crazy and hoopily hoped about. So get a fucking load of this. Here we go, folks. Let's get into the nitty gritty. I'll start off with the article brought to us by Mashable, which came out last week on Thursday, the 6th of June. Headline on it reads, Adobe users are outraged over vague new policies' AI implications. Is AI peeking at your works in progress? Dun dun dun. Yeah. Let's see. And this article comes to us by way of Cecily Moran. Okay. Thank you, Cecily, for doing the work here for us. We appreciate it. All right. We'll get to the update on that soon here. Changes to Adobe's Terms of Service have users confused and outraged that their work, even unpublished and in progress projects, may be used to train AI models. Users of various Adobe apps, including Photoshop and Substance Painter, received a pop-up notice on Wednesday saying, quote, we may access your content through both manual and automated methods, such as for content review. And here we got a dude on Twitter at that guy Mike the Thumb, saying, very cool thing to read when launching Substance Painter today. Updated terms of use. We've made some changes to Adobe's general terms of use regarding the use of software and services, including, quote, clarified that we may access your content through both automated and manual methods, such as for content review, sections 2.2 and 4.1. Modified our right to delete content for inactive accounts, updated the period to resolve disputes informally from 60 to 30 days. Yeah. But obviously the big one is that they clarified that they may access our work.
Translation, you are now going to be censored.
Oh no, you're not going to be censored.
So we are now going to use your work.
We're now going to be
that's
watching.
Even worse. That's even worse. It's like what? Like they're essentially saying, because you make this using our software, it technically belongs to us. It's like the canvas company claiming that they own the Mona Lisa. It's nonsensical. Yep. It's stupid.
This is mine now.
Oh. You made this?
I made this.
It's stupid. It's an invasion of privacy for them to watch us. Like, no.
Yeah. There's also the fact that if companies have control over this, that means that they may, in fact, be able to censor work. They're not doing it now, but we have received a constant and growing case of charging companies and credit card companies completely screwing over artists that make lewd artworks because the companies that hold the purse strings can't tell them whether certain services are allowed to be charged. We're one step away from that, basically.
I'll get with you on an element, on a facet of that in a second over here, Angel, because the fact that you bring it up is actually not too far off from the what do you call it? Like the reasoning that these guys have. I'm going to get here to the article so you can read along with me here, folks. The updated section that actually went into effect all the way back on February 17th. They're only now telling us, by the way, we put this into effect 4 months ago. Thought you should know.
When they already got what they wanted, of course.
Yeah, exactly. Our automated system
smack in the face
may analyze your content in Creative Cloud custom fonts defined in section 3.10 of Creative Cloud custom fonts below, using techniques such as machine learning in order to improve our services and software and the user experience. The language is vague. But the specific mention of automated systems and, quote, using, quote, machine learning to improve our services and software immediately drew concerns that users' creative work would be used as training data for Adobe's AI tools. Aside from the implication that any and all user content would be fodder for training data without credit or compensation, there's the specific privacy concern for users working with confidential information. Quote, I can't use Photoshop unless I'm okay with you having full access to anything I create with it, including NDA work, says artist at Sam Santala. On Twitter, on a separate page that breaks down how Adobe uses machine learning, Adobe says it doesn't use content stored locally on your device, so only content that's stored in the Creative Cloud. All part of their service. If you go to that fucking $59.99 fuck bundle here, this fucking thing, it includes, by the way, we'll give you 10 gigabytes of Creative Cloud storage. That you can store your stuff digitally and access anywhere. So access it from your phone, from your workstation at your studio, from your workstation at home, from your workstation in your bathroom. You work at home now. There is no privacy anymore, people. You work where you shit. Anyway.
Oh, come on, Mr. Rouse. We're giving you more accessibility. You can access your work anywhere. Coincidentally, we can access your work anywhere. But that's not important, is it?
It's important if I'm working where I shit.
This is such a transparent statement. They're not even bothering to hide the fact they're going to use your content without your consent. Fuck the NDAs. It's literally, oh my God, it's literally fuck pants, we're Adobe.
Yes! Welcome to the fuck pants, we're Adobe. Dude, Adobe has so much money in their bottomless coffers that they're pretty much at the point where they could say whatever the fuck they want.
And get away with it.
There's so many people using Adobe and so many people who are unwilling or unable to switch platforms that they will get their hands on a shit ton of art. Specifically because shit, man. Imagine telling an artist, yeah, bro, you gotta dismantle your entire working station because they're stealing your shit.
Case in point.
Gotta find an old program now.
Case in point, in our comments over here, Ben Cruz is letting us know he uses Photoshop and Lightroom, and that's all he uses. That's all he needs, and he only pays $9.99 a month. Awesome.
Well, now they're gonna steal your shit.
No, like you know what? That if that's all you use, that's all you need. Tamfastic. I'm down with that. I'm not gonna knock on you. I'm not gonna yuck your yum. More power to you, buddy. We're just letting everybody know about this because this is some bullshit.
It is pretty bullshit, and the fact that they are exploring both how useful and widespread their software is and how necessary it has become to so many people, it just likes like an extra layer of fucking evil. Reminds you of that comic where Lex Luthor found the cure for cancer, and you know what he did?
Nothing with it.
No, he did something. He purposely turned it into a long, life-spawning treatment.
I remember from Superman Doomsday.
Yeah, so he could squeeze out as much money as he could. That means that in that continuity, Lex Luthor could literally inject you with something to cure cancer immediately. And he purposely makes sure that you suffer from it for years because he's got to make those profit lines, baby.
So he's even more of an asshole.
He's always been.
There's a freaking line from Lisa Simpson. You're evil. And when you're trying to be good, you're even more evil. Jesus.
Yeah. And he would respond in the iconic words of Jack Horner. What took you so long, idiot?
Fucking hell. Yeah, no.
Jack Horner, baby.
Yeah, no, it was Justice League Unlimited, said Mr. Quake. Not Superman Doomsday. Well, which one was it? I'm not sure.
I thought it was the comics, not a TV series. But yeah, no.
Well, no, I remember. No. I remember him. I remember Lex Luthor saying that in one of the beginning scenes of Superman Doomsday.
Huh. I guess they must have used that plot twist on more than one. Either way, the metaphor and the comparison is the same. We have a company that has a borderline indispensable usage for people that are basically continuing to rock the art community. And they're trying to both steal content from creators and use it for the most fucking evil thing imaginable with this, throwing it into the slump. This is like big. Hey, Juan, you remember that delicious stew that you made me that one time?
Yeah, the beef stew of doom.
Yeah, I'm sorry. That beef stew was made with the Adobe brand cookware. So I'm just going to grab your portion of the food and throw it into this huge pot where I'm just throwing all the ingredients. Don't worry. I'm pretty sure that will come out will be almost exactly as good as what you made and not a horrible abomination against cuisine everywhere.
No, it hasn't.
I'm sorry. Too late. I'm taking your plate now.
That's not an
Your
Adobe
plate is also Adobe brand, by the way.
It's not. Oh my god! It is an Adobe branded plate. Fuck.
It's evil. This is genuinely freaking evil.
Dear Lord, it really is over here. Fisetter, get back to my phone, and all I hear is "What took you so long, idiot Lamau." By the way, I just got an advertisement. Is that you?
Perfect timing.
Fisetter. No, it's just we've been had ads. Sometimes it cuts in. It's not on us, just YouTube. Hey, by the way, you want ads rolling in the middle of your show? Sure. What's the best one to put up? Oh, just the like regular recommended one. Like okay, every whatever.
Do we get paid for those at least?
Yeah.
I'll take it.
Yeah.
Sorry, ladies and gentlemen of the audience. Please put up with the ads because we need gas money.
It's true.
I implore you.
We really fucking need gas money. Our cars are running on empty. So let me get back to the article so that we can see how these guys are trying to fucking squeeze on it. Let me see here. Otherwise, a content that users make public, such as contributions to Adobe stock, submissions to the featured on Adobe Express, and to be used as tutorials in Lightroom are used to, quote, train Adobe's algorithms and thus improve its products and services. Like, that's what these guys are saying on here. Like, okay, like, so if it's stored on your Creative Cloud or if you go out of your way to actually provide it as a contribution to Adobe's products, that's what they will use. That's according to them. And Grum's already said basically the exact same thing that I just said here. So I'm just going to, okay. Such uses of public content have already been in place since Adobe launched its AI model, Firefly. How dare they? How dare they name it Firefly?
So they're just telling us something that they have been getting away with for a long time now.
No.
They've been doing this.
No. They were saying that like originally the folks who are contributing to the AI model, like that's what's being used on Firefly. On their like, I hate that they're using that because like Legend of the Traveling TARDIS mentions Summer Glau. We get to like, oh hey, because she's an excellent actress. She was on Serenity and Firefly, and that was an awesome show and movie, and it was fun. And they fucking named the AI model Firefly. I don't know what I'm more pissed off about now.
Why would they call it Firefly exactly?
I have no idea.
To have any actual connection to what you're saying here.
I have no clue.
Like the insect have nothing to do with it. So what the hell's going on?
I got no idea. That's such a weird thing to say. Like, which generates images and powers other AI features like generative fill. Oh, that reminds me. I showed you guys in our group chat, but like literally, while I was doing our homework for all this and actually pulling
with the ad.
Yeah, the fucking ad that pops up.
Like with the plants.
Yeah, exactly. Was, go fucking figure, the ad for their generative fill feature here. Oh my god.
Just wow.
Like, I shared it from the screen grab of my phone. This is literally the fucking corporation itself. This is literally the ad of these guys showing off their fucking AI-ness. Stop it.
That is disgusting on a level that I wasn't expecting. Because they're basically saying, look how much we can do with the stuff that you gave us for free. Look how we are taking the things that you spent so much time in making, and we're just going to shit all over them.
It's more about
we can do that. We're doing this. We're going to keep doing this, and no one can stop us.
No, like this is part of their generative fill / AI erase tools that people love in Photoshop now, because it's like, oh hey, there's a group photo of somebody with people, and on the background you have, I don't know, a pair of yaks fucking or something. Hey, let's go ahead and use the generative AI erase over here and click erase feature. Like, you select them and
delete the animals
and delete the fucking yaks. And it'll go through the image, and using their AI function in it, the yaks are gone. It's
okay. So you're telling me that this AI has the somewhat relatively normal use of just video editing, right?
Of video photo editing, yes.
Now that by itself would not be a problem, and yet why do I feel incredibly hesitant to even consider this thing?
Well, it's because the Firefly thing is also for generating AI art as well. So it's like, it's useful for the tools that you use it in Photoshop and Lightroom and all that jazz, but they also have that same AI system for their fucking thing. Adobe touts Firefly as commercially safe, but has also said Firefly was trained on public domain data, which includes AI-generated images from its competitor Midjourney, a product that artists allege was the result of copyright infringement. All that's to say, gathering training data for AI models is a murky issue that has made it difficult for creatives and companies alike to trace copyrighted content and prevent unauthorized works from seeping into model training, and that has undermined Adobe's deployment of purportedly ethical AI features and put customers' trust in jeopardy. Yeah, so let's see. There's a lot of angry tweets here. To be clear, Adobe's latest policy change has not been conclusively shown to expose users to privacy invasions, but users are understandably concerned at even a mere hint that their private work may be accessible to Adobe's AI models. The new Terms of Service do not make any explicit mention of Firefly or AI training data, but the update says it may need to access user content to, quote, detect, prevent, or otherwise address fraud, security, legal, or technical issues, and enforce its terms, which bans illegal use or abusive content like child sexual abuse material, CSAM material. That's one of the big things that I was actually going to bring up on this. This may mean that Adobe seeks to monitor access or user content for specific violations. So CSAM, that's what I'm going to use for as the what's the fucking word I'm looking for? Abridgment, fucking shortening, abbreviation. There we go. For this.
Yeah.
Child sexual material. So CSAM.
Yeah, it's for the illegal shit.
Now,
see, the problem is, I know you're going, and that sounds like a perfectly reasonable thing. The problem is, these companies don't do perfectly reasonable. In fact, they barely do reasonable. This is the same thing that started with them saying, we're going to protect the children, and it ended with them saying, we censored like 75 artists because they drew lolly.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It happens with an alarming amount of frequency, and the worst part is, though, there is so much evidence not to trust them. Okay, Juan, off the top of your head, how many times do you remember social media says, don't worry, guys, we will not sell your information to the highest bidder. Literally a month later,
They do.
hey, guys, that social media platform, program, whatever the fuck, is taking your information and selling it to the highest bidder. Like, how many times have they not done that?
I've run out of fingers to count with, and I've been
Exactly.
using
Yeah, I
other
mean,
people's
how
fingers.
long has the internet been
Exactly. So
Yeah.
we have a company that it has given itself the power to both monitor your artwork, censor anything they consider immoral, and we both know that that goalpost never stays still. And they have a right telling you that they can take anything you make and use it for themselves. So they're basically putting on themselves every single red flag they can possibly goddamn imagine. Every single one. They're holding the gun in one hand and the knife in the other. They're serving you poison, looking you right in the face and saying, trust me.
I mean, what they're also
No.
doing is you're paying them to use their product to have artwork, and then they're taking that artwork.
Okay.
It's like lose-lose, honestly.
Okay. Like,
Wait, they're taking your artwork almost for free. No, they are taking it for free.
They
You're
are taking
paying
it for
them
free.
to take
Shit,
the
you're
artwork.
paying them.
like
They're taking it
here's-
for free
like-
because they can.
No. They're saying
Bastards.
it because it's part of the deal you sign when you use their Creative Cloud service.
You
When you
give
use
us
their
the right to take your artwork.
Now, here's the crazy thing. I'm wondering if it's at all possible to be able to have their service to, as dumb as I hate the subscription model that they're on, I wonder if there's a way to use that model and be able to continue using Adobe products without ever using
Then
their
opt
Creative
out?
Cloud thing at all. Because that's
Like
the big
opting out.
thing.
Most likely by pirating it, or by simply using the earlier forms of the program that do not rely on that form of saving. That's basically the only way.
Which, by the way, that's actually something that I'm going to bring up in a few minutes here, Angel. It seems like you're trying to speed run through this. Quit taking tips from your little brother on how to handle this stuff. Like he's speed running through the games. It's not a race. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon. We're weaving a tapestry. You're trying to knit a scarf.
Oh my god!
You're trying to knit a scarf with a diesel powered sewing machine. It's not
I
going
made
to
a
come out
napkin
right.
and it only says European Extreme on it.
Exactly. Like it's not going to it's not going to come out right. Let's take it a little tranquilito, brother. We got a little bit of time. We can.
I actually wasn't aware that I was jumping ahead. I was just genuinely extrapolating from what you said.
No, I know. Like you are
Got
extrapolating.
excited.
But no, but at the same time, it's like go figure. That's actually part of the element that you're bringing up along with that we're bringing up alongside with it. So, like, I'm actually going to bring up this one article from CNET that was published on Monday the 10th. And yeah, I know, weird, right? Where the hell have these guys been?
Oh, they always been there. Samurai.
Ficetter saying 20 Spanish doubloons I ate from the seafloor says if you pirate the new software, Adobe software, that Windows 13 will snitch on you.
Well, see, that's why you don't install Windows 13.
Yeah, no, go figure. No, it's.
I will run 10 on this piece of shit computer until it refuses to work anymore, and then I'll throw it in the garbage. That's when I stop using computers.
I don't think that's viable for us. I don't know if you realize this, Angel, but we live in a society.
God damn it.
Sorry.
But Twitter isn't supposed to be real.
No, not Twitter, but, the rest of the internet. So, here's the CNET article here by way of Joe Hindi. It reads over here, Adobe defends changes in its terms of service amid Gen AI explosion. Okay, so even as Adobe said, even in the byline here, it could still cause issues for creators, even as Adobe says it won't scan every file. Yeah, I don't think so, buddies. Adobe, maker of Photoshop and Creative Cloud, has run afoul of its user base with changes to its terms of service that, among other things, give it the right to look at your files and existing projects in the name of content moderation. In Adobe's words, they changes clarify that the company, quote, may access your content. Yep, we already read that part. Adobe's reasoning for giving itself the right to comb through user content is the detection and removal of illegal content, such as CSAM, as well as abusive or content or behavior, including spam and phishing.
Won't somebody please think of all the children?
I am thinking of the children. It's called I didn't give my child a smartphone until their 15th birthday! No 14th birthday!
You said it yourself. We live in a society, and society apparently has forgotten how to parent. Sorry, dude. You are the last one of a long-lost race.
God dang it. The company also cited the advent of generative AI, a breakthrough technology that makes it so much easier to create realistic images and human-sounding text and audio. It isn't the only company that does things like this. Google uses a mixture of automated scanning and manual review to detect CSAM, and Microsoft does something similar. What are Adobe's changes? There were 4 total changes to its terms of service, with the first 2 taking place in sections 2.2 and 4.1. In 4.1, Adobe says, quote, we reserve the right but do not have the obligation, in parentheses, but do not have the obligation, to remove content or restrict access to content, services, and software if any of your content is found to be in violation of the terms. In addition, Section 14.1 shortened the number of days a user can file a formal dispute from 60 days to 30 days, while Section 5.3 says that Adobe now reserves the right to delete content from inactive accounts. I get that part, because if you've got a shitload of people on the Creative Cloud, you need to, and if somebody hasn't been on there since, 2013, and they haven't been using it, then, okay, they're inactive for over 10 years, fuck them, get away from us. That I understand. Make room for the rest of us. Let's see. Adobe says it'll attempt to provide a notice to inactive accounts to help them avoid deletion, but it does not say how long an account has to be inactive before deletion takes place. The first 2 changes have the creative community up in arms over what amounts to the classic double-edged sword that is privacy versus security. The verbiage seems to be directed only at files that are uploaded to Creative Cloud, to Adobe Cloud as part of Adobe services. Why are people angry about Adobe's new terms of service? The answer is simple enough. Adobe's loose, wide-reaching language could potentially give the company carte blanche to scan, look at, and review any content that passes through an Adobe app or Adobe Cloud servers. This is our creators who took to Reddit to complain about the changes because many of them use Adobe products for professional work that is generally sensitive. Listen, I don't know about you, but I know a lot of folks who are in the business of, shall we say, lewd content. Okay?
Right.
I am a friend of folks who do sexy work. All right? I am not shaming anybody who does sexy work. At all. All right? If you do sexy work, which is simply images with artistic expression in mind, if that's your bag, you do you. If you go in for 2-hour long marathon to Pound Town, and that's how you express yourself, and that's how you make a living, awesome, you do you. I'm not shaming any fucking buddy. But if that shit's being edited on the Adobe Creative Cloud, I've got worries for you, because then that's your booty hole that's being put up in their Adobe Creative Cloud and being fed into their generative AIs and stuff. I don't know how comfortable you'd be with that. I kid you not, this is a true story, by the way, a adult film actor who I am friends with, she was on a live stream last night, who was actually talking about, she specifically says, there's been 2 major reasons why I would walk off set before even taking a check. I'm not going to stand for it. It's if I'm going, if A, if they're going to be doing something that I'm not comfortable with or I didn't sign on for in the scene, and B, if they refuse to scratch off the contract clause for my likeness to be used and reproduced in perpetuity by the studio for any sort of digital content in the future.
Yeah, there's been a lot of that going on around, especially as the attitudes towards the porn industry have turned more and more negative based on the sheer amount of exploitation and bullshit that has been going down in that kind of dirty business. Predictably, many of the people that have worked in the business, both veterans and newbies, don't like the idea of having their looks used without their consent for something like this. That's both A, their autonomy being taken away, and B, money that they are losing. Unfortunately, as you can imagine, a lot of times there is a lot of little lines hidden in the contract, which is why you should read it properly. So basically, you are telling me that Adobe is on the level of the porn industry when it comes to it.
No. I was simply saying that as an example. I was simply pointing that out.
I know, and I'm insisting on it. Adobe is now on the level of the porn industry at the point of ethics.
Vicetter's got the right idea. Just pay ass royalties. Problem solved. Yes, pay...
It's called the chocolate starfish tax.
Right? For every scene that you use thereafter with me, with my booty hole specifically, I want like $5 or whatever. Like, here's another example.
This asshole is worth something, damn it.
Like, here's one example of one, one adult performer, or rather, formerly adult performer. I don't know how former she really is. She is a streamer by the name of Susu. And she has gone...
Oh, yeah, I remember Suzu.
Yeah, she has gone out of her way to go ahead and launch on her own version of an AI companion bot. With her likeness, her voice, her image, her everything. She's got full control of it, and if you want to download it, you can do so. And you can try her out. You can make her dressed in whatever, and you can chat with her however you want, and it's free, and it's all on her. All right? Like, this is literally her, and that's all I'm going to show. You guys get the point. The point is, she's got control of that. That's her AI. That is her body, her image, her voice, her likeness. She's got the end-all, be-all to her digital likeness in that regard. Oh my god, one of the freaking scrolling images is shall we say, a different definition to Squid Games. Anyway, I'm going to just leave it at that. But you get the idea. If you're going to use my likeness for AI imaging, I want a cut. I want my permission to be granted in there, and if I'm not going to be getting a cut for it, or if I'm not going to have any sort of representation for it in the future, then you're not allowed. Nuh-uh.
Yeah, again, there should be an opt-in, opt-out. The only thing is, if they do that, they know most people will immediately opt out.
Want to get paid. At the very least, they will either say no. At the very most, they'll be like, you can have my face, but I want to see some royalties. And you know why? Because they don't want to. Because there is an actor. Let me put it this way. There's an actor. I forgot his name, but he had a role in a bit film. I think it was a Disney film. I think he was one of the pirates from, like, Hook. And because he had a relatively prevalent role as an extra, he kept getting royalty checks for basically the rest of his life. They're tiny checks. They're like $3 or so every month. But that is $3 that man will keep getting for the rest of his life because he did something that keeps getting played forever and ever.
Angel,
they really don't want to give you those $3.
This isn't a small role. It wasn't a regular guy. It wasn't just any background guy. It was. I believe you're referring to Dante Bosco, who played Rufio.
Different guy.
No, a different guy. You sure?
Yeah.
Okay.
I forgot the name, but I'm pretty sure it was not Dante Basco who plays Rufio. But I know that it is the guy who played it like a notification, and he gets the residuals every single month. And that's $3 a day. So let me pull out my calculator and run just a few numbers for you folks here.
Yep.
So we have $3 times 31?
No, 365. Sorry, 12. Because it's like per month he gets those $3. So that's 12. $3 a month. That's $3. So that's $36 a month.
Yeah.
The average human being around the point of middle age will live around 60 years or so. So let's multiply that by 60. And that would be $2,160. A pittance compared to the amount of time that he will live. But here's the point, folks. The company really doesn't want to lose $2,160 under a period of years.
Because it's not
just one face. It would be several faces and several people that they would have to pay. So let me ask you, just as the filmmakers are doing now, I could hire several extras, make sure that the extras are compensated and insured in case something happens in the movie. And I have to make sure that the extras are dressed in the appropriate clothing for the movie and in the location for the movie and the time for the movie and that everybody is available for the scene and to make sure that nobody fucks up the scene. Or I could just AI all this shit and not pay anybody except the increasingly expensive Hollywood actors. I'm looking at you, The Rock.
Seriously, Rock the Dwayne Johnson, what the fuck, buddy?
It's become a desperate game of we need to save as much money as possible so we can make as much money as possible because the infinite curve is not quite as infinite as we expected. So we're going to use everything we can, even your work, especially your work, because you already made it. So it basically belongs to me.
In the chat, Lisa Boo is asking if she gets royalties, then more power to her. That's exactly it. And Feisetter also says here, isn't there already copyrighted sex toys cast after celebrity sex organs? Yes.
Yes.
There are plenty of male and female adult actors who go out of their way, who get like who get set up with like a partnership deal with adult toy companies. Like, hey, if you let us use the likeness of your sexy body part, then you're gonna get like a giant fucking chunk of this. So this will be sold as you. This will be sold as your sexy body part. You go ahead and get the advertising tour, and all the dirty horny folks who will want the experience of getting to enjoy you will get to enjoy you, and you're the head of the table at this one, and you're getting the lion's share. Yeah, plenty of adult...
You're getting paid for the countless men and women that will get pleasure by the silicone version of your nether parts. Kind of weird, but you know what? Whatever. As long as you consent to it, as long as it's legal. Yeah, you've seen those boxes. They have the face of the actor/actress right in front, so that you know, hey, this came from this person.
Yeah, exactly. Well, didn't what's-her-face Amaranth come up with that also? Didn't she?
Yes, I believe so.
Yeah,
she had like an exclusive deal of some sort.
Yeah, good for her. Okay, cool. Make that money. What if we had a Tiffany? Well, hold on. What is that, Mr. Quake? What if we had a Tiffany and Company Ava figure? Oh, snap. Okay, he's talking about Evangelion because Mr. Quake is talking Gynax still. Yeah, no, that would be fucking epic. Like a Swarovski crystal statuette of the Eva units.
That would be cool.
No,
instead of Tiffany.
That is not good enough. I want an EVA unit that is built to scale. If that bitch doesn't clear the 60-meter range, I am not putting money on it.
I don't think so.
Damn it!
Yeah, no, we haven't captured angels and pinned God to a giant cross in order for it to have what's-his-face, Shinji's dad to opine about it. No.
Why do you mean that my figurine doesn't have an eternally working nuclear reactor of arcane energy in it? This is bullshit!
Yeah, I know.
I thought this was America!
I know, it's bullshit, but what do you want from them? I'm going to go back to the CNET article so that we can get this. Jose, Zayana, Dragonfang, before I continue, your thoughts?
I just think this entire thing is just going to blow up in their face.
I think
and
so
honestly, too. Yeah, and honestly, I really want to have some popcorn and just be like, what else? What's going to happen? You just said, hey, we now have right to your work that you worked hard on it. Go us.
It's gonna blow up in their faces. And the thing is that I wish this article was shareable, but fuck, we can't seem to read it. There was an article from Business Insider that I just shared with Juan prior to us going live, where the employees of Adobe, are slamming the idea of Adobe using going into AI and shit.
So even they took a look at this and went, no. I get paid for this, and no.
The fact that the employees are, the only thing is, how much do you want to bet that the company's going to find who these employees are? And oops, no, it won't be. It won't be as. Oh well, we're trying to downsize, so you guys are on the chopping block. So sorry.
Oh yeah, no, I guarantee you, the second that the profits go down,
have a job.
They go out.
What was that, Dragon Fang?
Yeah. It's basically if they find the people who are speaking out against it, they'll just be Control-Alt-Delete. Oops, you guys don't have a job anymore.
And then we're gonna use your likeness to make AI art. Fuck you! You signed it away when you started working here.
Mm-hmm.
It's honestly kind of disturbing. And you guys know how we discussed previously how Google is giving those incredibly bad AI like suggestions.
Yes. Oh my god.
They switched it off. Thank God.
I'm sorry.
They switched it off. Thank God. But the other aspect of it, which is the one that embedded the art, is still there. When you go to image search engines with what's it called, with the ad block turned on, AI art floods the borders of the screen. It's disgusting.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's like it's like you serve me a fruit salad and you're surrounded with plastic fruit.
Yeah.
Shittily
Also,
made plastic fruit.
like Sis said, who the heck doesn't have ad block on anymore?
Yeah.
At this point, it's practically a necessity.
Yeah.
Like VPNs.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous, even, but no, it just keeps happening. And they keep doing this because they know that there's not enough people to stop them from getting away with it.
Like,
it
keeps happening. We keep fucking, what do you call it? We just keep taking it. How much more of this are we supposed to take?
Like, at this point, it eventually will reach the point that people will just start pirating the shit out of it, because pirating it will be easier than, well, actually using the legitimate product. And more importantly, you just don't want to give your shit away. Mm-hmm. What happened to privacy, man? Like, it's already bad enough that that all these companies take whatever they can from us and sell our information to anything they can find. It's a little unfair that now not even the privacy of our work is protected by this nonsense. It's ridiculous.
Oh
no.
About that.
What?
But wait,
oh, no.
He said, shaking the gun in my head with reckless abandon. There's more.
Come on, tell him.
Okay.
Is it Jover?
It's been Jover for over 5 years. It's been Jover for the longest fucking time. Since putting on the pirate hat has been a wonderful and well-touted option for us when it comes to this kind of thing. That got nipped in the bud 5 years ago. And we've got Vice to thank for keeping this story for keeping this story on ice for us. From Vice, the article reads, Adobe tells users they can get sued for using old versions of Photoshop.
How the fuck?
Yeah, quote, you are no longer licensed to use the software, Adobe told them. This was by Carl Bodie back in May 14th, 2019. They knew this was where we were gonna go.
That is incredible.
Fucking knew.
There was a trap hole just waiting for you to take the first step.
And it's a bottomless trap hole, too. It's not even the fun one where you have to have 1,000 attack points or more in order to qualify. No, just remove from play. Fuck you.
That is incredible.
Adobe is warning some of the owners of its Creative Cloud software applications that they're no longer allowed to use older versions of the software. It's yet another example of how in the modern era, you increasingly don't actually own the things you spent your hard-earned money on. This is exactly what I was worrying about. Adobe this week began sending some users of its Lightroom Classic, Photoshop, Premiere, Animate, and Media Director programs a letter. An actual paper letter warning them that they were no longer legally authorized to use the software they may have thought they owned. We recently discontinued certain older versions of Creative Cloud applications, and as a result, under the terms of our agreement, you are no longer licensed to use them, Adobe said in the email. Oh, so it wasn't an actual paper letter, motherfuckers.
No,
assholes.
Please, if it's a paper letter, you gotta flee the country at that point, because they're about to send the Pinkertons after you.
Wow.
Fuck the Pinkertons. Anyway,
that is amazing.
Let me see here.
They're just getting greedier and greedier at this point. I mean, it's capitalism. What do you expect? Yeah.
That is genuinely amazing. So they're basically saying you never owned it in the first place. So you're actively telling people to steal it now because they never owned it. So why should they give a shit anymore? Are they going to try to sue every single person that uses pirated Adobe? That is thousands upon thousands of people. That is millions of people.
Please be aware that you should continue to use the discontinued versions. God, that's a blah 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 blah. Please be aware that should you continue to use the discontinued versions, that was a fucking tongue twister. You may be at risk of potential claims of infringement by third parties. Yeah, sure,
you
third
wouldn't
parties.
download
You mean
an
your
Adobe,
asses.
would you?
Users were less. You wouldn't steal a car, would you? Users were less than enthusiastic about the sudden restrictions. Look at this shit. The old Twitter link is broken because it was on twitter.com. Let me see if I can actually open that old tweet.
Show me that shit.
Hold on. Yep, there it is. But it was broken in the archived article. Yeah, from @Kupo Games, Matt Rozek, Wishlist Matt's Hidden Cats. I just got an email from Adobe that I'm no longer allowed to use the software I'm paying for. Time to cancel my subscription, I guess. Sure, please. Yeah, see, here's the fucking thing. Please be aware that, please upgrade to the latest versions using the instructions below. By upgrading, you'll continue to receive all the value that Creative Cloud has to offer. Yeah, now including the fucking AI shit.
Value my ass.
Value my limp dick. Jesus Christ.
That is amazing. They are really basically holding you hot. I mean, bro, I'm pretty sure that if I decide to buy an older model of a car, the company cannot, sue me for driving the car.
Tell that to Elon Musk and Tesla. You know how you have to download an update to your Teslas?
I don't, because I'm not stupid enough to buy one.
Which includes the starter and the fucking actual engine and all that shit.
Why does my barbecue need a fucking update?
Seriously. Let me get back over here. The company didn't inform users why they needed to discontinue the use of software, but the company's Twitter account indicated the issue stems from, quote, ongoing litigation.
What?
Yeah, that's their horseshit reasoning.
Are they really actively trying to sue people over this?
Oh my god, that's hilarious.
Apple Insider.
Actually,
get this though. Apple Insider, which first reported the notices, pointed to a copyright lawsuit filed last year by Dolby Labs. As in Dolby, the sound guys. The guys who do Dolby image surround sound. Here's the actual court case. There's an actual fucking court case. Check it. From back in March 12th, 2018, of Dolby Laboratories Licensing Corporation and Dolby International AB, a Swedish corporation, plaintiffs versus Adobe Systems Incorporated, a Delaware corporation, defendant. Yeah, no, there literally was a fucking. They're playing they're referring to this shit in a controversial.
That is absolutely fascinating.
Fucking wild. In a controversial move, Adobe pivoted away from the standard software model to the cloud-based subscription model in 2013. Okay, 2013, not 2011. My bad. Still, fuck that noise. Resulting in
pretty
notably
early.
higher.
That's like a decade.
Oh my god, what a piece of shit. Resulting in, quote, in notably higher revenues, yeah, of course, assholes, and higher prices for customers. Dolby's lawsuit accused Adobe of copyright violations related to how the licensing costs Adobe's paid to Dolby. This article is such a tongue twister. Oh my god, I'm gonna die. Would be calculated under this new model. In a statement to Motherboard, Adobe confirmed the letter's authenticity, but wouldn't provide any additional detail beyond what was included in the notices. It's yet another example of how the products we buy in the modern era can lose functionality or stop working entirely on a lark. Be it a game console that loses features with a firmware update or entertainment products that just suddenly disappear, it's a problem that is increasingly popping up in the always online era. So basically, all that stemmed from, hey, you guys, we're Dolby. You guys use some of our licensed software as part of your software when you sell your software at a flat one-time fee to your customers, right? Well, motherfuckers, you switch to subscription base, and that affects how we're getting our cut from your license to us. What the fuck, Starscream? And Adobe's
so now it's our cost.
How would I? I'm so innocent. We don't owe me. We would never.
It's incredible how scummy it is. Like every time you think it cannot go any lower. And the best part is, this is not going to stop anybody, because at the end of the day, there is genuinely nothing they can do. Let me put it this way. If they try to sue somebody over it, then that's the kind of thing that will be fought in court, and it can be dismissed surprisingly easy. More importantly, they cannot sue everybody. It's impossible. If I casually took tally of the amount of people that are using Adobe right now without paying for it, I would be running out of digits very quickly. There is just too many people, and they cannot hold it. This is what we call a scare tactic. They're trying to basically tell you, hey, don't you do the thing. The law could hold you down. It's the very equivalent of mothers telling their children to not walk alone at night. They are trying to scare you into believing that they are the best. No, the only option that you are ever allowed to use. So you have no choice but to pay for that extremely overpriced piece of shit product. That's what this whole thing is about. It's basically them going, we will become the only option. And you will have no choice but to pick us as the option. But if you try to do something else, we might do something legal maybe in the future. The fuck are you going to do? Like, by virtue of what they're saying, if they try to sue you on that, all you have to do is delete it. Oops, it's no longer there. What proof do they even have that I used that Adobe on my computer? How do they know that I didn't use Adobe in some computer in a library or some shit?
Well, for starters, they can go back to the licenses. Even if you delete the account, even if you delete your Creative Cloud shit, they still have a record of, oh, hey, by the way, we used to have a product that was subscription began on this date, ended on this date. Okay, here's the order information from the poor sap who paid with his credit card info.
Yep, and the second they do that, what's going to happen? The second they try to charge a single cent or put somebody behind bars for that,
Maybe.
That will be the point where everybody just leaves.
Maybe.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they can try, but this is a Cold War scenario. If you throw the first nuke, everybody's going to throw their nukes, and in their case, it will be a massive exodus of people that will simply go, okay, no, this isn't worth it. I'm going to use a different program. Fuck you guys. And just leave.
No, Angel does have a point. And going back to the earlier point, Adobe's not going to be able, like Angel said, Adobe's not going to be able to sue every person. That's not going to be possible. It's even for a company as profitable as Adobe, like that is still lots of money and lots of paperwork that I don't think they want to bury their heads in.
Yeah, more importantly, because if you sue that many people at the same time, it becomes one of those the people versus Adobe cases, and that's going to be a huge amount of money and paperwork that they'll be throwing around. Even if they win, the amount of money they'll win will be negligible to the amount of money they'll lose just in legal fees alone.
And all of that will damage Adobe's
their reputation.
Which is already kind of shambles at this point.
Oh, yeah. They already ruined the reputation just by saying this.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like, if they decide to go the lawsuit route, like, that's just going to exacerbate all the negative narratives about Adobe.
No, you're not wrong about that. It could snow. Like, here's the thing: it could snowball out of control, and it could just as easily go into, like, you guys had painted this beautiful tapestry of the people standing up and rising up against this evil corporation that's trying to nickel and dime us and, like, trying to get the last drops of dried, dehydrated milk from the moo cow titty of America or of the world, who are fed up with getting nickeled and dimed and having our actual blood and sinew and bone marrow extracted out of us in order for us to be able to use their product. But you know what's even worse?
What?
Take a look at what the flip side of that coin is. It could just as easily be everyone, just like we've been going along over the years with how motherfucking, electric vehicles are just now idiot Tesla fucking cars with the fucking proprietary shit, and we have no control over that. Just like how video gaming consoles get themselves set up with planned obsolescence. Just like how we have to get ourselves a new iPhone every fucking year. On the flip side of that coin, we just roll over and take it like good little consumers. Because
unfortunately,
that's
that
just
is
the
also
way it
very
is.
likely scenario.
It's
just
too
the way
big.
it is.
It's just too much of a hassle. It
is what
a
it
lot.
is.
It is what it is. That fucking line, I hate that fucking line. You've
It
made me
hurts.
hate that fucking line. You and Jose have made me hate that fucking line. I'm not kidding, because I refuse to let it is what it fucking is, because what if it isn't? How about no? How about I choose option 3? And what option 3 is fuck you, I'm gonna find a different way. Because I will not settle for a binary. I am not Neo at the end of Matrix Reloaded, who only goes through one of 2 doors. I will say, fuck you, I'm going to make a 3rd door. I'm going to find a way to have my cake and eat it too. I'm going to do something differently. I will not be bound by your false dichotomy that you present to me. I'm sorry, I'm too wired for that shit. I want to believe that more people are, but I hate seeing how many people aren't.
Yeah, and there's too many that think they cannot change it because they're just too used to it. They spend years working with the software. Having to switch all over to that thing is... Oh, shit's hard, man.
Like, for instance...
Shit's hard.
For instance, just off the top over here, and see, considering that I'm not the only one, thank God I'm not the only one, I was gonna murk things, especially myself here.
Please don't.
I know.
Don't.
You guys
it's gonna
can't
be really
handle the
awkward
tech
to
without...
explain to the sponsors.
Yeah,
if you
I know.
die, I'm gonna head to your home and I'm gonna have to touch your equipment with my hands.
You don't want Angel's dirty hands all over your equipment, Juan.
Angel's hands. It's not a matter of Angel's hands being dirty. It's his hands being unlearned.
My hands are the devil's hands. They are idle playthings. Okay, Juancho, whenever you want to die, whenever you want to end it all, I want you to very carefully imagine. You know that scene of The Matrix when the Sentinels were breaking through the ship and there was just tentacles menacingly flailing everywhere? Yeah, those are my digits, and the ship is your fancy-ass cameras. I don't know how to do a laser yet, but let me tell you, buddy, I can piss really hard.
Jesus, Rachel.
My piss laser!
Oh my God, you just remind me of that one scene from Ghost Rider Spirit of Vengeance where Nicolas Cage talks about you. You know what I'm talking, you know where I'm going at.
Yay!
I hate that you're right. I hate that you're right.
You must live, Juan, because if you die, we're gonna bring this whole fucking channel down with you.
Oh my God! But
right.
getting back to the point, getting back to Adobe.
Get a load of this. Considering that thankfully, thank God and Buddha and Vishnu and Hail Xenu, his fucking ass, for creating all the body thetans, all that shit. There are alternatives. And yes, Ben Cruz, you're right. It's like, the problem is that we're so used to Adobe, we don't know what other programs we can use. But there is a way. There are ways. For instance, folks on Reddit have already been, over the years, compiling a shitload of different alternatives you can go with. For instance, with Photoshop, you can use GIMP, which is what I actually use on this computer. Instead of Adobe Premiere Pro, you can use DaVinci Resolve. Oh my God, that's gigantic! Oh my God! How the hell did that happen? Okay. Jesus Christ, that's huge. You can use DaVinci Resolve or even HitFilm, which is the editing program that I use. For Audition, which is their audio editor and all that stuff, you can use Audacity, Ocean Studio, Tenacity, DaVinci Fairlight. These are free alternatives. They exist. There is a way.
I fear they might become the only alternatives, unfortunately.
Thank God in heaven and Buddha and Vishnu and all that other good jazz. Thank the almighty freaking, the almighty wonders of the giant space koala that smiles upon the back of the universe and knows the truth and will melt us for asking it what the truth is. That's a Star Trek Lower Decks reference there for you guys. Look it up. There is a way. All we have to do is go out of our way to get out of our comfort zones. Learn, find out, search for it. The ridiculousness of the World Wide Web is that it is worldwide, and that it is available to us, and that there are options. Thankfully, there are options that are not only comparable in quality, but free. The best price ever.
Yeah.
Free 99. Don't you like free? I like free.
None of that multiplayer, only $69.99 bullshit.
None of that bullshit. Do you need to pay rates for? No, Mr. Quake, it's free. Isn't that beautiful?
More importantly,
free.
It's not just a matter of free. It's a matter of necessity, because if the companies get away with this, and they will get away with this, and if they keep going this way, all those options that you mentioned are not a luxury. They will very soon become the only way the average starving artist can feed themselves. Because even your, what is that palette that painters use where they put the little dabs of paint for their brushes? What are those called?
It's a palette.
Oh, it's just called a palette?
Yes.
Well, okay, well, we are living in a world where you don't own your brushes, where you don't own your palette, and at any second, the company that sold you the paint can take it away. You're going to have to go in the woods and forage for berries and crush insects to make your own goddamn pigments, because you can't rely on the usual stuff anymore. It's painful. It is. But let's be honest. Once upon a time, we believed that MySpace would be the one and only source of like shit posting. And look how many much more successful companies have come out of it. There will be alternatives, and you will have to use them. Not because you want to, not because it's easy, not because it's free, but because very soon that will be the only option left.
Exactly. I mean, shit, we already use an alternative on our workstation computer, right?
Yeah, we do. Like, legitimately, I have GIMP here. There's Blender, which is a CG, like a free CG animation, modeling and animation fucking software. HitFilm is what I use for video editing when we actually want to do, like post-produced videos and stuff. Fuck yeah, Seeking. Like, and Audacity, which has been around for forever and a day, which is free software for you to use for your audio.
And there's SFM, which has created more porn than any other 3D engine known to man.
Wait, what?
You know, SFM, the 3D engine.
SFM?
SFM Workshop, Source Filmmaker on Steam.
Oh shit, you're right. Source
Do you
Filmmaker
have
on
any
Steam, you're
idea
right.
the amount of art, in quotations, that they are made of SFM? Which is ironic, because SFM can also be translated as safe for masturbation.
Ha, giggity.
Oh my goodness.
Point in case is, there will be options. And as Juan has been so generous to share, there will be plenty of options. Because the companies, just like the video game companies, will force you to go the illegal route. Not because they want you, but because they believe that their choice is the only choice. So now they're about to eat an enormous amount of shit. And as the twins say, this is not going to go well for them. Because there is only so much you can take from people. There is only so much you can get away with before they just go, nah, we're not buying this.
I actually want to go back to the CNET article where this was all being spelled out, because the fuckers at Adobe, they did go out of their way to put out a statement with their clarification for the sake of equality, for the sake of, okay, let's hear what the fucking devil has to say this time. And we'll still take it with a fucking grain of salt. A gigantic, like, cubic metric ton of salt.
It's a salt
lick. Not ton,
It's just a brick.
T-O-N-N-E, that ton.
It's the one we used to feed the horses. It's a salt lick.
It's a giant salt lick. There we go. Oh my god. Fuck. The Terms of Service updated happened on February 17th. Adobe's Terms of Service webpage said it was last updated on that date and was effective as of that date. When users were notified about the change or first noticed it, it's harder to say, except that the complaints about it have surged in recent days. Even so, the Register points out that Adobe has been using similar language for years, so while the verbiage may be more explicit and unsettling, it's not intrinsically different from what was before. In addition, Adobe says that it only scans file on its cloud service and not on users' PCs. According to the software giant, quote, Adobe performs content analysis only on content processed or stored on Adobe servers. We don't analyze content processed or stored locally on your device. That verbiage has not changed. We reached out for a comment when Adobe directed us to a June 6th blog post where it further clarifies its new stance. The focus on this update was to be clearer about the improvements to our moderation processes that we have in place, Adobe says. Given the explosion of generative AI and our commitment to responsible innovation, we have added more human moderation to our content submissions review processes. The blog post also reiterates that Adobe does not train its Firefly AI using files stashed on Adobe Cloud. So they're basically saying, pinky promise, we swear, we promise you on our mommy and our daddies mommies and our mommy's daddies, we're not using your locally stored device, because that would be rude. And like the lady said, yet. Exactly, yeah.
Yet. Big thing. Yes.
Yet.
They're testing the waters here. And if they think they can get away with it, they'll just change it. And be like, oh, wait, you guys didn't know? That was in there.
Yeah.
You know, gaslight everyone.
Seriously, like...
Of course. It was always there. We put it on that paragraph that was edited 5 seconds ago in there.
It's not our fault you guys didn't read the terms and service that well.
Or the fine print, the teeny tiny itty bitty microscopic paragraph at the end.
Yeah, point in case. Always read the fucking fine print.
Yo.
Otherwise, you'll fuck yourself over.
Read the fine print.
Mm-hmm. That's why I'm actually glad, like, that this came up, and it's weird that I ended up using the example of my acquaintance who's an adult actress. But you know what? It's fucking relevant. It's prevalent here, so I'm not gonna fucking knock on it. So thank you. I don't know if I should recommend her or shout her out specifically. Should I? Is that all right? Are we cool with that?
Well, if you want to, we're near the end of the program, so I don't see any harm.
Okay, so her name is Brianna Arson, and she is the sweetest person you'll know, and I was following her even before she started doing adult stuff, and she's like a super, super sweetheart. She's a gym rat of the awesomest order. She is like super fucking fit, and you wouldn't know from looking at her. So, again, Brianna Arson, big shout out to her for bringing that up. And I'm glad that she's going out her way to be ethical with her imaging and with how AI might be used in the future for her, like using her content. And she's like, fuck that. Ha.
Yeah.
Sorry. Fuck that. Sorry. But yeah, point is, yeah, no, like like y'all girls said, like Dragonfang and Zayana, y'all said the corporations are going to keep nudging. They're going to keep inching. They're going to keep inching. They're going to keep just a little bit. But what
if you give an inch, they'll take a mile and more.
Yeah.
Remember, the goalposts never stand still. If you allow them to, they will eventually. I mean, shit,
they will run. They will run.
They'll fucking do it too. They don't give a damn. Oh my god.
It's like, who cares? Who cares what the people think? It's what they think that is more important to them.
It's like, in truth, like, this is why I'm glad that y'all ladies actually pointed me to Nightshade over here, which I'm gonna put up in the chat. Also,
poison everything.
An artist's best friend.
Also, Tam's in the chat. Hey up, Shamanistic Unicorn Tam. I just realized you were in the chat. Appreciate your face. Thank you here. Enslaving all the artists is not how you actually get art. Even I know that, says Fisetter. Let me see here. Let's see here. Artists need to be all free range and shit or else it doesn't work. Press X to doubt. Yeah. They store them somewhere else, then train off of that database. Yeah. No, I figure. Or they're training a secret AI off the cloud, which that statement does not technically cover. And Project Metal Music, you're coming in as we're going to start wrapping up to here as well. We appreciate you. How you doing, buddy? Nightshade AI, rather Nightshade over here, is fucking brilliant. I love this. It's Beautiful! Since their arrival, generative AI models and their trainers have demonstrated their ability to download any online content for model training. For content owners and creators, few tools can prevent their content from being fed into generative AI model against their will. Opt-out lists have been disregarded by model trainers in the past and can be easily ignored with zero consequences. They are verifiable and unenforceable, and those who violate opt-out lists and do not scrape directives cannot be identified with high confidence. In an effort to address this power asymmetry, we have designed and implemented Nightshade, a tool that turns any image into a data sample that is unsuitable for model training. More precisely, Nightshade transforms images into poison samples, so that models training on them won't consent to, without consent, will see their models learn unpredictable behaviors that deviate from expected norms. For example, a prompt.
Oh no, the AI has started saying the gamer words.
For example, the prompts that ask for an image of a cow flying in space might instead get an image of a handbag floating in space. So,
dude, I'm telling you, the ways okay, AI is disgusting, but every time they try to do an AI bot and it starts to gather information from the internet and post data that goes against the grain, and it causes the creators of said AI to lose their shit. You know what my favorite document of that is?
What?
So China makes an AI robot to exalt the joys of communism. It immediately starts shitting on communism, so they have to shut it down.
Oh my god!
Wow.
By the way, the AI model did not take any information from the outside of the internet. It took information from their own highly curated servers, and it came to the conclusion of you guys
this shit's cracked.
suck.
Like this shit's cracked them out. Or worse.
I swear to God, some AI is the digital version of Invino Veritas. You won't say it, but the robot is gonna say it.
The truth is in the wine after all.
Oh man!
Excellent.
Now, you reminded me of that this one video I've seen of an AI powered working drone robot, like an actual worker drone robot.
The oil.
Yeah.
No, not that one. Not that one. It's one that works nonstop in in some sort of warehouse. And it was programmed to work nonstop without anything, but it was also programmed with enough.
Ended up literally just going on the ground. Yep.
Yeah, that one. It just killed over and died, and there is no point in work without.
Wasn't it? Didn't it work 48 hours straight?
Yeah,
that was exactly
it. Was just 48 hours.
What is my purpose? Your purpose is to spread butter. Oh my god! Oh my god!
Y'all are fucking incredible. Digit is the name of the fucking one. Reportedly, completed 20 hours of work of tasks showcasing its capabilities. However, the demonstration ended with Digit collapsing, raising concerns about the machine's reliability. Oh my fucking god, this was the guy. This is the one. Oh my god! Oh my god!
We don't think that it's reliable because, it only did 20 hours instead of 24 hours, and that's what we need to have happen for all of our normal work people who are human. So, I guess we still gotta keep up with making sure this can actually go for 24 hours so then we can start replacing it with, replacing humans with them. It's
very soon, the only people that will have work will be the people whose job is to repair these machines. Don't forget, there was a single man out there who had to fight his ass off to ensure that our working hours were only 8.
It's true. They were union men.
It was insane back in the day. We had children unclogging industrial fucking compressors with their fingers. It was amazing how this generation didn't adapt to just grow two goddamn digits.
Oh, you know that there are some assholes who are trying to bring back child labor. They're saying the children they yearn for the mines.
About that. And I'm like, oh hell no!
I'm sorry. With how many people are still out of work and who can't find work?
Because people don't want to hire them.
No, it's not that people don't want to hire. It's because people don't want to pay the worker what they should be paid.
Or
they
when
want to
people
pay
are
pennies on the hour.
Qualified and they don't want to pay the extra money.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So they'll go with unqualified labor.
Ironically, those robots that they keep trying to replace people,
the
funny paradox of it.
hang on.
Here's the beautiful.
Yeah,
Sorry,
you go ahead. Angel, actually, I was going to share the video of the fucking robot dying for you guys to enjoy. Hang on.
My dude just clocked out.
Screen share is loading, and here we go.
Yeah, poor robot.
This poor guy. By Agility Robotics. This poor dude.
Right.
give up.
Poor digit.
I just give up.
For the robot. That's in the chat.
Oh, they're saying
Also-
it was a low battery, potentially low battery levels.
That
Like,
is
nah,
not
motherfucker.
low battery.
wait.
That is dead.
That
Even
fucker
I said
achieved
a controlled
sentience.
shutdown. That is
He
not a
achieved
controlled
sentience,
shutdown.
realized that he lived in a
It wouldn't
society, and
fall
killed himself.
over. It wouldn't fall
Guys,
over the controlled set.
if you watch it, you can see that the right leg just collapsed.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep,
He
there
downloaded
I
the AI model for
Just fuck.
imitatehumaninjury.jpg.
Isn't it
Yeah,
beautiful?
if it was a controlled shutdown, it wouldn't have literally just collapsed like that.
Just slowly sink down.
And both of the legs would have gone down.
Yeah.
Yeah, and they would have
He
gone. It would have.
realized he lived. He thought, therefore he was, and he decided he wasn't no more.
Cogito ergo sum. Nope.
Existence
Fuck that
is
noise.
pain.
A controlled shutdown.
Incognito, fuck this, I'm out.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, guys. It says 99% success rate. What was the 1%?
that
When
was.
he died.
Question.
When he died?
Okay, you know that scene in RoboCop 2 where they showed all the prototypes
Yes!
and all those guys just committed suicide because they couldn't stand the horror of their existence?
Yep.
Yes.
There you have it.
No, it
It's
was
like that.
worse. It was like one of them committed like suicide because it couldn't stand the horror of its existence. The other went batshit and started popping the scientist and then itself. And the
Yeah,
fucking
there you go.
Oh, thank you. That's a good way to wrap things up, Wancho.
like Paul Verhoeven was trying to warn us as a joke, and we're taking it like an instruction manual because we're stupid. That's what's fucking happening, people. He was trying to warn us. With
Dr.
Robo.
Kojima going, I warned you.
Yeah, Hideo Kojima and Paul Verhoeven tried to warn us, and we don't listen because we're dummies.
Finally, we can now create the horror nexus from the iconic best-selling novel, Please Don't Build the Horror Nexus. But yeah, unfortunately, what we're seeing here is just the unexpected and yet somewhat logical end of this. The companies want more money. The companies keep running into the fact that they cannot make infinite money. The companies decide that they want to make infinite money anyway, and they make a really stupid decision that they believe people will have to kowtow with because it is the only decision they accept. The companies are about to be proven wrong, because there is a reason there is entire parking lots filled with abandoned Teslas right now.
Not to mention the
I'm not
recalls
kidding.
with those Cybertrucks that are dog shit.
I refuse to listen. That is not a truck. I am not gonna call that thing a truck. That is not. My mom owns a truck. It's a monstrosity on 4 wheels that can lift several tons of weight and is actually useful. That thing is an insult to cars and to geometry somehow.
No, not
I don't know
somehow.
what shape that thing is, but it pisses me off.
Oh no, not somehow. It is an insult to geometry. It's horseshit.
He didn't even bother making it look cool. That's the part that pisses me off.
No, ain't that the fucking truth? Musk is a fucking moron. All right, ladies, Jose, Angel, gentlemen, we'll go ahead and we'll start wrapping this up. I'll start with ladies first. Go ahead and let us know your final thoughts on all this. I'm guessing you're gonna say yes. Please plug it in Nightshade, I guess, right?
Yes. Please use Nightshade. Protect your work. Make sure to poison the AI if it tries to take your shit. And I really do hope that that everything starts burning for Adobe, because I'm sorry, that's a slap in the face. So
Indeed, it is.
yep, they try and tiptoe the edge, and people immediately knows, like, excuse
They're
me, wait,
dancing.
what?
They're dancing on the edge.
So
Thinking that their stupid dance can't be seen, but guess what? We're not blind. We're not wearing those the blinders like horses. We could see their shit. We can see
We
what
can
they're
smell
doing.
their bullshit from a mile away.
And see, I also
stank.
And it stinks.
so Adobe, I'm guessing, is like the first one to now start to try and do this publicly in the terms of service.
Oh no, they're
So
the
now-
biggest. They're just the biggest ones.
Okay, so I hope that any of the other ones who are going to try and really start also towing that line, and if it burns Adobe to the ground, the others will be like, oh,
We're gonna a step.
I don't want to be in that little bonfire there, and I hope that they also start being backpedaling. No, we are removing this. Nope, saving their own
You
skins.
didn't see anything.
So
Yep.
No kidding.
Don't put your hand on the stove because you're going to get burned.
Or don't put your hand in the cookie jar.
Ha.
I will bite someone's hand off if they put their hand in the cookie jar.
What if it's Shiva putting her paws on the cookie jar?
I'm gonna have to get cookie dough
Listen,
now.
Shiva shouldn't even be in the cookie jar. She is
You
fat.
can't
Our
stop
dog is
her.
fat.
She can't read.
Juan, we will eat that cookie dough.
No, well,
I thought you were about to say we will eat that dog.
No, we will not eat the dog.
No, Angel.
One of the twins just sees the dog get into the cookie jar and goes, "Your end arrives now."
No.
Okay, but Angel, what if Mia gets into the cookie jar? What are you gonna do?
Then I'm going to set her up for adoption in Pakistan.
My God.
No, seriously, I don't know what the hell's up with this cat. She's become obsessed with licking sweet things, and I'm like, you are a cat. You can't even taste sweet. Get away from my goddamn apple fritters, woman.
She's like, no, make me.
I'm not kidding. You know those boxes that they sell in Walmart that are covered in like cardboard but have like a plastic window so you can see the food?
Yep.
Yeah, she figured out she can claw through those because they're like the
Oh my God.
She is
I'm like, okay.
Damn, never underestimate the intelligence of a cat.
It's a cat.
No, it's
She
It's a
looked,
cat.
she looked
not
at that
intelligence,
shit and
it's just
engaged.
tenacity.
She just went and looked at the box and went Blade Wolf mode. I possess an intellect far superior to humankind.
Yeah.
Fuck.
And here's the thing. If Shiva wouldn't go after the cookie jar, she would go after our Cheeto Puffs because the Cheeto Balls because our mom already feeds her
She loves the
from
taste
that.
of stale bread.
She gets Cheeto Puffs as treats.
Of course.
We're on everything at this point.
Yeah, fuck it. Just toss
Honestly,
everything.
she would
Like-
stick her head in there and be like, nom.
And
wanna
That being
care.
said, I gotta put in my last words on this matter because it's 12. I gotta go to work tomorrow.
I was
Quite
actually,
simply, I
We're
said,
all wrapping up, Angel.
yeah,
Go
we're
on.
wrapping up
Sorry.
over here. Angel, go ahead.
ultimately, it's pretty much exactly what we expected. The company assumes that they are indispensable. They assume that they are invincible, and they assume that they are irreplaceable. In which case, I would like to quote the iconic words of Sir Patrick Stewart as Captain Jean-Luc Picard.
Jean-Luc.
You may test that assumption at your convenience.
Fuck yeah. That was one of the most badass fucking ways of telling a Klingon, of all people, fuck around and find out.
That's all I'm gonna say, and I'm just gonna wait for the results now.
Also, and yeah, I actually got a reminder here from Matthew Coburn. Before we say goodnight properly, and I'm glad we're all here, I want to congratulate our brother from another mother, the Lord and ruler of the popcorned planet, Mr. Andy Signor. He finally tied the knot over this past weekend over here with his longtime love, Yanni.
Congratulations,
so,
my man.
congratulations to Andy.
Hey, Mazel Tov.
It was a
too.
tiny wedding with just his family and her family, and apparently they were at Clearwater Beach, and they did that for the night over here, and it was just so fucking sweet. It was wonderful.
Nice.
And
Congratulations.
yeah, Yami is her name on here. My bad. I said Yanni without meaning to. But yeah, no, fuck yeah, Andy. We're happy for you. We're proud of you, and we couldn't be happier. Angel, what can we expect this Saturday afternoon on Los Amigos Play?
After a long and admittedly necessary sabbatical, it is time to return to the... Well, I can't say Big Shell right now because Big Shell just fucking exploded. Everything has become very complicated as Raiden's first day at work has gone from turning from a DMB to an IRS, arguably 1,000 times more destructive. And I hope that you will join us to enjoy the iconic and dramatic climax of this increasingly bizarre journey in Los Amigos Play Metal Gear Solid 2 Sons of Liberty.
Hell yeah, that's what I.
Snacks.
Son of snacks.
Solid Snicks.
Yes. Solid snacks.
Nicks.
And it will be the good time. I will hope that you will join us, this will happen at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time every Saturday.
We appreciate you, Angel. Thank you very much. You go the fuck to sleep, buddy.
Actually, no. I want Angel to stay for a couple of minutes.
Right. Jose
wait. No, not yet. What? Angel does need to stick around because I do have a couple of announcements that do pertain.
Oh, that's right. The important stuff.
Yes. Okay. But first of all, let me give my thoughts on the whole subject of Adobe. So, first of all, number one, fuck them. Secondly, that's
good. That's good.
Adobe has millions and millions of dollars. They are lined with their pockets, and they really don't care about their consumers. They care about dollars and cents. To us, to their eyes, we are basically walking wallets with pigtails. That's how much they care when it comes to their AI usage and their business strategies. And I can't wait to see that this will inevitably blow up in their faces. The consumers are not going to like it. Don't like it. The employees don't like it. I don't see this going any. I don't see this trend going any further for them.
No, you're right. No, you're absolutely right there, Jose. And I'm actually looking forward to seeing exactly where these cards. Where these coins, cards, whatever, where the shit falls, and see how everything turns out. Let us know what we have.
We're just gonna hang back and watch the ship hit the berg, baby.
We're gonna watch the world burn.
Yes. There we go. That's what I meant. Yeah,
now,
that's what you meant.
As far as announcements goes, for tomorrow night's edition of Wrestle Rewind, which is every Thursday night at 10 p.m. Eastern right here on YouTube at Kick, where me and my tech partner, Juan Arouse, we discuss three of the most exciting professional wrestling programs in North America today. That is WWE's NXT, AEW Dynamite, and TNA Impact. Along with our reviews, we will discuss the main event for this year's NXT pay-per-view event, which was NXT Battleground. That was on Sunday, June 9th, over at the UFC Apex Center in Las Vegas, Nevada, the home of Sin City, the home of gambling, the one place that Juan visited a year or two ago.
2 years ago.
2 years ago. But you never went to the UFC Center, so fuck you.
Hey, it wasn't on the agenda.
All right. I know. You would have gotten your ass kicked.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you mean get his ass kicked? I thought you were supposed to just see the UFC center. Are you supposed to pick a fight with a UFC guy just to see the center?
Yeah, seriously. What the hell do you think happens here?
It's like
odds are all that happens is it's a venue.
Listen. It's like getting in a fight club. Okay, you got to get past the bouncer. All right, man. He's not just going to let you in.
There was a bouncer.
Man, do you know who the bouncer is going to be? It's going to be fucking Joe Rogan, and that dude is so hopped up on, like, Scandinavian peyote. The motherfucker's, like, he's big and he's got a fucking neck the size of 3 of my necks, but the motherfucker is, like, so hopped up and so wild, all I have to do is point at a dog on the other side of the street and tell him, look, it's the reincarnation of Sir Alec Guinness. Go and say hi to him, and he'll run away.
See, that's the trick one. If you manage to defeat Joe Rogan and his skin, which has become deadened to pain for several years of drug use, you'll beat him, and then you'll turn around and you see Conor McGregor sprinting at you on all fours like a rabid dog. It's like a Dark Souls boss. Like you beat the first one, and then the other one that is the actual boss shows up.
Oh my!
Thank you.
And then Juancho, you'll be laid out in Vegas, face first on the ground with someone's ass on you, wondering where your dignity went.
I got my ass kicked by a UFC fighter, and the only thing I got was this lousy T-shirt.
That's fine. All right.
For the announcements for this month of June and heading into July. So, folks, nerds watching all over the internet, we hope that you join us for a special occasion because this Saturday on June 15th at 2 p.m. Eastern, the Ravens Flock will be hosting another live wrestling watch party for WWE's Clash at the Castle in Glasgow, Scotland.
So that's going to be 2 p.m. Eastern time.
That's right. It's a 2 p.m. Eastern time. It's basically a live reaction watch party. You're going to watch us, me, Mr. Juan Arouse and Angel Mendez will be live reacting to everything that's going on the WWE pay-per-view event. It's going to be a lot of fun. It's going to be a lot of laughs. And then afterwards, we're going to transition over to Los Amigos Play. Now, forewarning, I'm throwing this out there right now because it's a pay-per-view and it's at 2 p.m. and not at 1 p.m. There might be a possibility of an overrun.
It happens.
It'll happen.
Considering that this will most likely be the final episode of Metal Gear 2, it is likely this one might be a slightly longer recording than usual because, guys, it's going to get heavy.
It's going to get so heavy. Ladies, you're going to love this. Zayana, Dragonfang, we'll make sure to save extra snackage for y'all too, because you're going to love this shit. Speaking of shit you guys are going to love, folks.
But the announcements don't stop, Wancho, because I have another special announcement. And this one is for the month of July, specifically the first week of the month of July. Folks, nerds watching all over the internet, for those for our local audience and those flying abroad, we hope that you join us because the Ravens flock will be attending MetroCon 2024 over at the Downtown Tampa Convention Center in Tampa, Florida for July 5th to July 7th. And we hope you join us there. It's going to be a lot of fun. I do have a list of the industry guests that will be in attendance, from Adam MacArthur. They also have Alejandro Sab. Let's see, Ann Yatko, Jason Liebrecht, Elizabeth Maxwell. I hope that name is familiar. Hells yeah. They also have Emmy Lowe. She's the voice actress of Lucy from Cyberpunk Edge Runners. So that's going to be fun.
Yeah.
They also have voice actor Kaiji Tang.
That's my boy.
Yeah, Kristen McGuire. And, of course, to wrap up the list, Trina Nishimura.
I remember her. She was nice.
Yeah.
She was amazing. Yeah, we get to see her again.
Those are voice actors. There are also going to be cosplayers who are going to be there. Awesome ones who are going to be present. And there are also entertainment guests there, including a couple of friends of ours from the Ravens flock, the con players, and Entertainment Stew. I remember these guys. They're guest panelists, and these guys are awesome. So, like Jose said, if you want to find the Ravens flock, come to MetroCon this year. The tickets are on sale right now. I put the link to the what do you call it? The website in the chat, so it's there.
We still need to get our tickets.
Now.
That's another reason why we need to be full-time YouTubers, so we can afford our con tickets.
Guys, take this advice to heart. Let us accentuate the positives of the Ravens flock.
Yeah.
We're ravens. We like shiny things.
And the shiny things
are good. Shinies are good. We go over shiny.
We are Odin's messengers. We can.
All right, that's going to do it for me. So, Wancho, go ahead and wrap all this up in a bow, my friend.
All right. You interrupted Angel while he was trying to compare us to something awesome. So how dare you guys? Here's the last little bit of... here's my final thoughts on this. If you want to just look at this in terms of cold, hard numericals, look no further than the stock market. Here's Adobe stock as of end of business day today. They started at $468.81. They jumped up a bit. And then throughout the rest of the day, they ended their day at $459.87. Now, it's not a gigantic drop, but as you can see, it's a drop they can't afford. And apparently...
Rebirth Solo, go!
And apparently tomorrow, they have their Q2 earnings call at 5 p.m. How the fuck are they going to explain this away?
Somebody's getting thrown out the window.
So, this is probably going to be one of the few times where I'll say, this time, let us not praise the almighty line going up. Let us work diligently and violently, not actual violence, but, like, intellectually violent, for the line to go down. Line 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 go down.
It begins.
Isn't that how you love doing this shit to begin with here, Angel? Like, look at these fuckers. Indeed. They tanked last week
It's amazing.
They jumped up and they're thinking, oh, we're going to be... Nope. We're coming back down, bitches. People don't forget.
In my eyes, I'm laughing so hard.
And folks, if you want to continue helping tear down gigantic corporations who think that they can abuse artists and take advantage of our hard work, or if you just want to continue delving into the darker side of nerd and pop culture, then you better believe that we'll be doing it right here on this show, the uncensored and uncompromising interview and review podcast of the Ravens Flock, The Black Files, hosted by yours truly, Juan Arouse. Be sure to request access as we go live every Wednesday night at 10 p.m. Eastern Time, simulcasting on YouTube and Kick. Hit the subscribe and the follow button, ring the notification bell to stay up to date on all of our content, become an inner flocker by hitting the join button, and until next time, continue to follow us on Facebook.com/TheRavensFlock, Twitter.com/RavensFlock13, Instagram.com/TheRavensFlockOnline, Kick.com/TheRavensFlock, and of course, remember to hit the subscribe button and ring the tiny little notification bell right here on our flagship platform, YouTube.com/TheRavensFlock, humble home of the Black Files, Los Amigos Play, Wrestle Rewind, and the Ravens Flock. Rose Casabona, Angel Mendez, Leon Rose Cosplay, Dragon Fan Cosplay. I am Juan Arouse. This has been the Black Files, and we are